My God, wasn't that a waste of a morning? So what's next on the agenda?
Take it easy, Ed. Sit down, take a load off your feet.
What do you mean, take it easy? Look, I've got a lot of ground to cover. People will see.
There's plenty of time for that.
I'm not here on vacation.
You've had your classified briefing, you've paid your respects to the State Department boys and the military, and you only arrived 48 hours ago.
Look, there's lots to pick up. Now, who's next?
Well, I think you better see some of the British security people.
You're kidding.
Well, isn't that the way you worked in Vienna?
Well, I don't hand out calling cards.
And in Vienna?
Well, officially, I was in charge of our cultural activities.
And here, officially, you'll be in the visa section.
But you want me to present my credentials to the British security and tell them? Fellas, I'm really the new CIA man in town.
Ed, this isn't Vienna. Here, we play the game according to certain rules.
And how long you been in England, Lester?
Long enough to have a great respect for them.
And does Washington know you play it like a game of cricket?
I've had no complaints, and I wasn't asked to leave my last assignment at the request of the host nation.
Well, I guess you can't make omelets without breaking eggs.
Anyway, you take it from me, they know you're here, who you really are, and what you'll really be doing.
And how do they know?
They have their ways. I think you better see Alec Inman. I'll set it up through Moxon.
And who's Moxon?
Well, you could say he's a walking ad for Savile Row, but he's one of the shrewdest operatives they've got. Excuse me. Swift? Oh, yes, of course I'll speak to him. Excuse me, Ed. Yes, this is Mr. Swift. How good of you to call. Friday. Of course I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world. It really is a genuine queer. That's great. Well, thank you very much for calling. That was Sotheby's. They're auctioning a queer on Friday.
A what?
Queer, Daniel Queer, a clockmaker at the time of Charles II. I've been looking all over for one.
Oh, yeah?
I collect clocks, Ed. Picked up 4 good ones in the last 2 years. Having East now, maybe I'll have a queer.
Oh, great. I'm so happy for you.
11 a.m. Friday.
Now, look, what about this fella Inman? When do I get to see him?
Oh, yes, Inman. Well, he's special branch, chief superintendent. Scottish, comes from Glasgow. When you meet him, watch his eyes.
Why?
They're hard as nails.
Yes, come in.
Davis, will you tell Morrissey to try Bayswater?
Is that Sergeant Davis?
Yes.
Sit down, Jordan, will you? I want you to read this.
Oh, yes.
It's your annual qualification report.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, you better read it first. Now, look, Jordan, take your time. Read it properly.
No, sir, I get the message.
Do you think I've been in any way unfair in my assessment?
Well, this won't exactly get me promoted to commander.
That's not what I asked you.
Attitude to senior officers D, administrative ability C. Not many A's and B's here.
No, there aren't, but I think I've given you due credit for leadership and skill at interrogation and...
Attitude to the... What's wrong with my attitude to the public?
C's not a bad grading. It's classified as good.
Yeah, but it's not outstanding or even very good, and they're the ratings I need for promotion.
You see, Jordan, you do tend to be a bit offhand at times.
I see, sir.
Well, there you go.
There I go what?
Attitude to senior
All
officers.
I said was I see.
Yes, but it's the way you said it. Do you not see that? Do you honestly not see that, Jordan?
Well, I'm sorry you seem to be dissatisfied.
For heaven's
with
sake,
me.
Jordan. You know as well as I do, I have to fill in these AQRs and I have to be honest.
Yes, I know.
Overall, I describe you as a good officer and a credit to Special Branch.
Thank you. Except that my attitude to the public and to the paperwork and to senior officers leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, it does. Quite frankly, it does, and I have to be honest.
Yes, I know.
But I've also emphasized that you're a credit to Special Branch. Good heavens, Jordan, at your age, you're a chief inspector. You're doing very well.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, that's as far as it goes. You know the procedure. I have to ask you, do you object to my gradings?
No, sir.
Excuse me. Yes?
Mr. Moxon, sir.
Ah, yes, put him on, will you? Excuse me. Inman?
This is a purely social call, Chief Superintendent. Mr. Swift of the American Embassy has very kindly invited you and me to lunch.
Oh, when?
Today.
Why?
You can't be so dour, Inman. Does there have to be a reason?
Well, you know who Swift is. There must be a reason.
All I know is that Mr. Swift is a very charming American. He merely wants us to meet somebody, a Mr. Ed Potter.
And who's he? Who's Ed Potter?
The man who's to take over from Mr. Swift.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, yes. Now, in that case, yes, I would like to meet him. Fine.
Yes, I thought you would. I've already said yes on your behalf. I'll wait on you at 1.
Good, that'll do fine. Right, see you then. Good. Now, where were we?
You were saying if I object to your report.
When do you?
No, sir.
Good. You know, if it's any consolation to you, I'm judged as much myself on the reports I make on others.
Yes, sir, that's all.
Now, just a minute, Jordan. I don't like my officers having a sense of grievance. If you've got anything to say it before you accept that.
It's my private life you object to, isn't it?
Your private life is no concern of mine as long as you keep it private and don't let it interfere with the job.
Christine Morris Frankfurt.
Look, Jordan, we've been into all of that. It was a lapse, but as far as I'm concerned, it's over and done with. Only, I don't want any other incident like it.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. That's fine, Jordan, thank you. Oh, by the way, if you're going past my door at lunchtime, look in and we'll... Oh, no, wait a minute, I can't today. I've just promised Moxon. What about a drink tonight, eh?
No, sir, I'm busy tonight.
I see. All right, well, some other time, then. Medium.
Thank you. Have you found somewhere to stay yet, Mr. Potter?
Yeah, I got a little apartment in Queen's Gate. It's cute.
How about you, Lester? Does this mean you'll be returning to Washington?
Afraid so. Hate leaving London, especially for Washington. Eh, Alec?
Oh, I don't know. I liked it.
Oh, you know Washington then, Chief Superintendent?
Oh, yes, I was there for
Alec
2
was
years.
chief liaison with J. Edgar Hoover. The FBI was so impressed they wanted to keep him.
In jail. Oh, thank you. How would you like it, sir?
Where, please?
Well, so this is what built the British Empire. Roast beef of old England.
Don't you believe it? It's Aberdeen Angus.
It's Aberdeen, what's that?
Just native humor, Mr. Potter.
I'm Scottish.
Thank you.
Pass me the cabbage.
Sure. Say, do you play golf?
No, I don't. I never get any time for playing golf.
Chief Superintendent Inman is a chorister.
I beg your pardon?
He's a chorister. He sings in a choir.
You know.
Oh, yeah, you fellas have the craziest hobbies. You sing, Lester here collects clocks. What do you do, Mr. Moxon?
I fish.
Thank you very much.
Say, what do you do that for?
Well, here you tip the carver.
He's not the waiter.
I know, but it's a custom.
You'll get used to our strange ways, Mr. Potter.
God bless America.
Where were you working in Washington?
Well, I paddled my canoe between our embassy and 2430 East Street, which I'm sure you know.
2430 East, the Public Health Service.
Oh, come on. Even the maid in my hotel knew it was CIA headquarters.
Well, I guess you don't exactly advertise where MI5 hang out.
How did you like Vienna, Mr. Potter?
Oh, like whipped cream, very pleasant, but you can have too much of it.
There was some excitement while you were there. That Russian fellow, Barandov, was it, defected from their embassy?
Don't think Ed know much about that, Muxon.
Oh, of course not. I just thought as he was over there at the time, he might have heard.
No, sir.
It was a very cool operation on somebody's part. You read about it, Inman, didn't you?
No, I don't think I remember that.
Somebody approached Barandov, offered him sanctuary, got him to defect, and whisked him over to the United States before the Russians knew what was up.
Sounds very professional.
How did the Austrians feel about it? They're very keen on their neutrality, aren't they?
So I suppose they were a bit embarrassed about it happening on their soil.
Well, anything that happens to upset their cozy traditions embarrasses the Austrians. But for the past
Alec,
40 years...
excuse me, Ed.
That's all right.
Alec, how was that chief inspector of yours, the trendy one?
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, that's the one. Ed, you really must meet there, Mr. Jordan.
Yes, Inman, how is Jordan?
Oh, this one seems to fit like a glove, sir.
No, it's very tight.
Oh, it's 9.5, your size,
well, I
sir.
don't care if it's 9.5, but it's...
Well,
no, I
perhaps
mean-
it's just the newness.
No, try something. What about those, that
Oh,
size
yes, sir.
there? These are very
Italian, sir. Handmade.
fine, but do they fit? That's the most
Well, it's a
important thing.
slightly broader fitting,
Is
sir.
it? All right, let's try it on then.
Right, sir.
Let me help you. Well, yes,
Is that more comfortable?
that's much more comfortable. How much are these?
18 guineas, please, sir.
18 guineas.
Quite expensive, but they are very well made.
Yeah, do you have anything without the Christmas tree decoration?
Well, it's the continental influence, sir. The shoes these days are much more decorative.
I think people might laugh.
Yes, sir. We have got something plainer.
Plainer.
Excuse me.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, here we are, sir. We've just got them in.
Well, that's a boot.
Yes, sir, but it slips under the trousers.
Does it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's try it. I'll do the zip up. Hope we're not going to have any trouble with these zips. I always have trouble. Well, that's very comfortable.
Right, very good, sir.
Let me try the other one on.
Yes, sir.
Good. Yeah. Yes, they're quite nice. Sort of the wet look, I
Yes, sir.
suppose. Yeah. Fine. I will take these. Would you excuse me?
Yes, certainly, sir.
Jordan.
Is this another coincidence?
Yes, really.
How long are you in England?
Are you being a policeman?
How long are you in this country?
Oh, please don't be boring. I will have both pairs, please. Shoes are impossible in Moscow. They really...
I'm afraid I'm going to have to make this official. Let me see your passport and your papers.
Jordan, is that all you can say to me? I have to make this official.
Who gave you a visa?
Will you keep them on, sir?
Huh? Yes, fine. Will you wrap my other ones for me?
Yes, certainly, sir.
How much were these?
18 guineas, please, sir.
18 guineas. Thank you. Well,
It's all legal and above board, so stop fussing.
who allowed you in this country?
Why don't you ask the Foreign Office?
That'd be £28, please.
£28 for 2 pairs of shoes. It's dreadful, isn't it? I spend money like water when I'm in London.
Do you? I would be very interested to know who's supplying it.
I suppose you have to act like this when you're on duty.
Yes, I do.
Your shoes, sir.
All right, I'm just signing the back here. Are my shoes wrapped up, are they?
Yes, sir.
Good. Fine, it's signed, dated. There's my address.
Thank
on
you
the
very
back.
much, sir.
My shoes?
Jordan, Road to Hargate, West 8. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
When are you free?
I'm not.
Not ever.
I'm sorry.
Well, you haven't even said you're pleased to see me
Well,
yet.
I am very surprised to see you.
But not pleased?
Your receipt, madam.
Oh, thank you very much.
And your shoes.
Thank you. Can I give you a lift? Or do you want to break in your 18 guinea shoes?
You driving?
No, I have a car waiting outside.
In the middle of Bond Street?
With CD plates.
Immunity.
Well, Jordan, when you're free, let me know. You can reach me through the embassy. Goodbye.
Anything else I can interest you in, sir?
Huh?
Can I interest you in anything else, sir?
No, I think I've seen everything I need to.
That was a very civilized lunch, don't you think?
Yes. I didn't take to Potter. He's a bit different from Swift, isn't he?
Oh, give him time. Only let a bit of our style rub off on him. It may work wonders.
Well, he had to leave Vienna in a hurry, didn't he? Didn't he?
He set up the Brandov defection I mentioned at lunchtime.
I see.
He compromised himself.
Clumsy, eh?
Well, not really. It was a commendable idea. He made too many waves.
So why have they sent him over here?
Promotion?
He's been promoted.
I suppose there are people in Washington who prefer your Potters to your Swifts after Vienna, Paris, London, all key listening posts for the CIA.
But he does more than listen, I gather.
Potter's an eager beaver.
Excuse me. Any messages for me?
No, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I have something that may interest you. You know that Moscow sent over Golovin to finalize the trade deal.
Yes, yes.
Well, Anatoly Golovin is one of their top officials, and this trade agreement must go through. Those are our instructions.
Moxon, supposing you just tell me.
You might like to know who Golovin has brought with him.
Good heavens.
Oh, hi, Lester.
Ed, this'll interest you. Operations decoded it.
Anatoly Golovin, huh?
He's at least a future foreign minister, maybe more.
This trade deal must be very important to both of them.
I'm sure it is. The Russians need the machinery, the British need the cash.
So what do we do?
I will keep Washington posted.
Is that all?
We're just supplying the information.
Well, a little action could be more useful.
Ed, this is strictly between London and Moscow. Now keep out of it.
You mean play the game, old boy?
I mean, don't rock the boat.
How did she get into the country?
We let her in.
And you knew all along that she was here before I told you?
Moxon briefed me.
Moxon, yes, you would.
But I'm glad you reported it to me.
Why? Did you expect me not to, sir?
No, I knew you would.
All right, what is the catch? Why did we let her in?
Sit down. You know we're negotiating a £25 million trade deal with them.
Yes, I'd heard about
Well,
it.
they're very keen on this deal, and so are we.
25 million's a lot of money.
As you say, so they've sent Anatoly Golovin over here to sign it. Now, he might well be their top man one day.
Well, what has he got to do with her?
She is Mrs. Golovin. Moxon's people have checked, there's no doubt about it. She married Golovin in Moscow some time ago.
She married him?
Yes.
And that's why we let her into the country.
She was down on the protocol list as Mrs. Anatoly Golovina. Security didn't realize who she was until she turned up at the airport with husband. Golovin is important, the trade deal is important. We don't jeopardize things by telling them that Mrs. Golovin is persona non grata.
She really married him?
Oh, yes. People do get married, you know, Jordan.
Yes, I know, sir.
Even KGB agents.
Oh, Mr. Jordan.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure you won't mind, sir. I'll let the young lady into your flat.
What young lady?
She said her name was Linda, sir, your cousin. She said you must have forgotten, sir. She was due to meet you. You didn't turn up, so she came straight here.
I see, thank you very much. Yes, what time was this?
About half an hour ago, sir. Well, she had nowhere to go nearby, so I thought it'd be all right to let her into your flat, sir. Seeing as she is your cousin.
Thank you very much.
He's gone inside. He's with her now. Central 5-6, out.
Hello, cousin.
Get up. Take your things and get out of here.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
No, I wouldn't. Would you mind leaving?
She's not being very friendly.
No intention of being friendly, Mrs. Golovina.
Oh, I wondered when you'd find that out.
Well, I hope you're going to be very happy together. Now, would you mind leaving?
Jordan, I thought we might still be friends.
I'm sure your husband would be interested in our friendship.
Have you still got my lighter?
No.
Then what's this? I found it on one of your shelves.
Well, you better take it and go.
Is that all it means to you?
Now, listen to me. What happened in Frankfurt is over. You understand that?
If that's the way you
I've
want
got no
it.
choice in the matter.
Don't you want to know why I came?
I think I can imagine.
Oh, Jordan, you are conceited.
How did you find my dress?
From the shoe shop, remember? I hope they're comfy.
She's still inside with him. Central 5-6, out.
Why'd you marry him?
Because he's a very nice man.
Oh, I see. That's why you marry someone, is it? Because he's a very nice man?
Well, I don't think they could ever say that about you, Jordan.
He didn't seem to have minded. How long are you going to be in the country?
As long as my husband has business here. Look, I really do need to talk to you.
I am sorry.
All right. There'll be another time.
Goodbye.
I don't think so. Cousin.
She's leaving now. We're following her. Central 5-6 out. Let's go.
I want Jordan assigned as Galavine's official special branch man.
No, not Jordan.
Why not Jordan?
Read this. It's a surveillance report.
So, she visited him at his flat.
And the day before, they just happened to meet in a shoe shop in Bond Street.
Hasn't Jordan reported all this to you officially?
Oh, yes, he has.
Well, then he's keeping no secrets from
But that's not the point. I don't think it's fair to put him in this position. Frankfurt's over and done with, but it's not all that long ago.
Yet you think it's fair to place him under surveillance?
I haven't placed him under surveillance. That's the report of the people keeping watch on her.
My mistake.
Now listen to me. Do you really not understand? Jordan could be exposed to serious risk. Blackmail, coercion, you name it, through this girl.
He can look after himself. I'm sure he's told you that often enough.
With her? Now you know as well as I do
We'll
much...
just have to find out, won't we?
Look, Chief Inspector Edgeworth could handle this assignment perfectly.
My people think Chief Inspector Jordan is even more suitable.
Well, why? Go on, tell me why. Look, how am I expected to run a department when all my personnel decisions are overruled without putting me in possession of all the facts?
The facts are simple.
Well, I wish you would enlighten
Nothing
me.
must happen to Harris or inconvenience the Galavines while they're here.
I see. Now we know.
Jordan
It's as
is
simple
the
as that.
right man.
Do
to
you
see
really
that nothing
not
does.
understand that Jordan could get involved?
That's exactly why he's the man for the job.
The simplicity is very impressive, Mr. Jordan, but my personal preference is for something a bit more realistic, like the Rodin we saw in those gardens.
My husband likes faces on people.
Well, so do I.
Good, we shall get on well together. There's no denying the influence of Henry Moore and Barbara Hepworth.
You seem to know a lot about sculpture, sir.
Anatoly knows a lot about most things, Mr. Jordan. Don't you think I'm very lucky?
Yes, very.
Come. I understand, Mr. Jordan, you are assigned to us for the whole of our visit.
Purely routine, sir.
Chief Inspector, I'm very flattered.
Well, I'm sure everything will go smoothly.
It's most thoughtful of your government. Anyway, with such a pretty wife, I'm glad there is somebody to see that she does not get stolen.
Well, I'll see to that, sir.
Oh, I like it here. It's such a beautiful park.
It is surprising to find such big parks in the middle of a city.
Well, sir, you do have the Ostenkino Park.
Our parks belong to the people. Yours are all royal parks. This one belongs to your queen.
No, it's mine.
Yours.
Yes, belongs to the citizens of London.
That is very democratic. These citizens of London, they come up here from the East End.
Yes, and, well, some of them live over there and over there. This is sort of their backyard.
Tell me, Mr. Jordan, what does that factory make, apart from so much smoke?
Electricity, sir, for the Queen and me.
You see, Anatoly, there's more to London than the Tower and Piccadilly Circus.
When you come to Moscow, I will personally show you around our parks.
Well, I look forward to that, sir.
Good. I'm very pleased you've been assigned to us, Mr. Jordan. But I don't think you're going to be kept very busy. Both our countries being in complete harmony over this trade agreement.
Yes, sir.
So you see, there's really no need for a bodyguard.
Well, it's best to be on the safe side, and it is a very pleasant change for me, sir.
Wallace collection, the painted hall Greenwich, the Rodin exhibition. 3 standing figures by Henry Moore, Battersea Park. He's not exactly of the people, is he? What happened to Speaker's Corner?
Well, he's not the usual run, sir.
No.
Actually, I'm rather enjoying myself.
Oh, I'm glad. And what about Mrs. Golovin?
She's enjoying herself too, sir.
Do you know where else he wants to go?
Yes, Highgate Cemetery.
Ah, now that's more like it. Now I know what I am. The old pilgrimage.
Well, he starts the trade talks in 45 minutes. I'm not looking forward to that. That's sitting down.
No. Have you been to this house he's staying in at Hampstead?
Yes, yeah. They didn't ask me in for tea.
Somebody's watching it.
Yes, I know. I put a routine check on it.
No, they've confirmed this. It's somebody else.
Moxon's lot.
No, I've checked. It's not them.
Maybe it's the Russians' big brother keeping an eye on Tavares.
No, as a matter of fact, it was the Russian embassy that first drew our attention to this. It seems they've noticed a car parked nearby at night.
I see.
Find out if there's anything in it, will you? If that car's there again tonight, find out who the driver is. Don't detain him, just check, okay?
No.
Well, Jordan? Anything else?
No. Come have a look, will you?
Still there, sir?
I think it's about time I had a few words with him.
Excuse me, sir, I'm a police officer. You all right, sir?
Yes. Oh, get that bastard. I got his number. Come on.
Absolute blank.
The car number.
Hired.
Driver's name and address.
Oh, false.
License?
Forged.
And, of course, he paid by cash.
The usual routine, in fact.
Has the car been found?
He returned it himself. Very gentlemanly. Of course, the hired people have no idea who he is.
Well, no description?
Yes, but it would fit anybody on the Bakerloo line.
No idea at all, then?
Well, only that somebody's very interested in Mr. Golovin and very anxious not to be questioned by us.
It's not much help, is it?
Well, you leave it to me. You carry on with Golovin.
Well, he's closeted with the Border Trade this morning.
So what are you doing?
I am going to keep an eye on Mrs. Golovin, sir.
Isn't she a beauty?
Oh, very nice.
Queen Anne. The Prince Regent gave it to the 5th Duke of Bedford.
Yeah, but does it keep time?
So accurate, they could use it at Cape Kennedy.
Not a fact.
Never start collecting clocks, Ed. It's ruinous.
Don't worry, I'm not likely to.
How are you settling in? I haven't seen you around much.
Well, getting the hang of things takes a little time.
Uh-huh. I had Washington on the wire.
And?
Oh, your Vienna job turned out to be very useful.
He's been singing.
Like a bird. They're pretty grateful to you.
So it didn't matter after all, my getting kicked out the country.
Well, Washington seems to feel the end justified the means.
Precisely.
Just one thing, Ed. I don't want any trouble here.
Oh, but you won't have any. I mean, you'll be gone soon.
Right. A lot of people have worked very hard to build up this London post. They've worked very hard to build up.
Yeah, don't
the whole...
tell me. A special relationship. Is that what you were going to say?
Right. London isn't Saigon, Cairo, or Vienna.
Well, thanks for the lecture. You work your way, and I'll work mine.
That's what I was afraid of, Ed.
Well, I'm sorry, old boy, but it's too late for me to learn cricket.
Give me Mr. Moxon, please.
Here she is with him in Wigmore Street.
Mm-hmm.
They spent an hour over 2 cups of coffee. Here she is again with him In Bruton Street, they went to an art gallery round there.
You're getting your education on this, eh, Jordan?
I'm not doing too badly. And I hear this one was taken in Bayswater. He picked her up in a taxicab and then took her to a little bistro in Fulham.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's very interesting.
Well, they've had dinners together and lunches and... do you know, she even took him to a fashion show.
So this proves what?
Well, they've been seeing a great deal of each other.
Yeah, but I mean, is that any of our business?
They're always alone. Husband's never there.
Yeah, go on.
Well, so you've identified the man yourself from the photographs. He's a CIA man. And she's a captain in the KGB.
Yes, but,
and not only is she a captain in the KGB, but she is the wife of a top Soviet official.
Yes, but do I tell the CIA that he's dating her, or do I call the KGB and report her for fraternizing?
Something's going on.
Obviously, but how are we involved?
Well, we're involved because it's happening in our territory.
But you don't know that anything is happening.
Something is wrong, I can feel it.
Would you be as concerned if she wasn't involved?
That is very unfair.
Yes, I know that, but would you?
If you had a routine report about such an association, you would be just as interested as I am.
Good. All right, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep things going exactly as they are.
I mean, do nothing?
No, keep things exactly as they are. Keep surveillance on her.
Yeah, what about Potter? Do we put a tail on Potter?
No, I don't want a tail on Potter.
Well, look, if they keep on meeting, we should have a tail on Potter.
I think that she is the key to this. She's maybe using him. Or they may be using one another. Though quite how we come into it, I just don't see yet. Of course, on the other hand, it might be that Mr. Potter is just a man who's attractive to women, and of course, she's only human, isn't she?
Do forgive this intrusion, Jordan.
Let's come inside.
Thank you. Very comfortable. Nice locality. You've done well.
Thank you. I've just put a chicken out. Turn it down. I didn't know you had my address, sir.
It must be in one of my little left books.
I can't offer you a drink. I have tonic water.
Commendable. May I sit down?
Oh, yes, please.
Let me come straight to the point. I hope you haven't got an engagement this evening.
Why? The pleasure of your company is requested.
At 7:30 for 8. Dinner with Anatoly and Valentina Galavini at their house in Hampshire.
Sorry, that's out of the question.
Look on the back. You must come, cousin. It's in her handwriting, isn't it?
Yes, it looks like it.
I like the cousin bit. She really is very charming.
I'm sorry, I can't go.
You must go, Jordan.
Look, everybody is telling me what I must do. I've got orders.
Which are?
Not to be involved with them outside the line of official duty.
Oh, this is your duty.
I take my orders from Mr. Inman, sir.
Unfortunately, he wasn't at the yard when this came. I brought it straight over.
That's it.
If you get ready now, you'll be there in good time.
Look, sir, you don't seem to understand. I have been officially cautioned.
About Mrs. Galavina?
You know very well.
I can in no way give you a direct order.
That's right.
Except to tell you that it's in the interests of national security that you attend this little gathering. Hadn't you better answer it?
Jordan. Yes, sir? Yes, Mr. Moxon's here now, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Commander.
I know.
Ordering me to go.
I managed to get hold of him.
I see.
Well, I mustn't keep you. Watch your step, Jordan. Could be quite tricky.
You don't mean dangerous, do you?
No, not dangerous. Tricky. The bird will be an ice cold tomorrow.
Well, that was very nice.
Thank you.
Among her other talents, Valentina is a very good cook.
I shall arrange for some coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Mr. Jordan, can I offer you some brandy, cigars?
No, thank you, sir.
Well, please sit down. Excuse me if I help myself.
Yes, yes, of course, yes. Well, you are a very lucky man, sir.
Thank you. Please, Mr. Jordan, Anatoly.
Yes, sir.
And you are a very correct Chief Inspector.
Well, I am on duty.
Yes, you're quite right. This isn't just pleasure.
No, the invitation came through Mr. Moxon.
Ah, it's a coffee. White? Sugar?
Black. No sugar. Sir, I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling me why I'm here this evening.
Tomorrow afternoon, there is a plan to fly me to the United States.
Kidnap you?
No. The idea is that I go of my own free will.
Whose idea is that?
Oh, Mr. Potter from the CIA.
But without the knowledge of his superiors.
Mr. Potter wants to follow up his success in Vienna with Barrandov by flying Anatoly to America.
The repercussions of a situation like this are obvious. Your government also could be very embarrassed.
Mr. Potter is a lone operator. He's looking for the glory.
You seem to know a lot about Potter.
Well, I should. I've been spending enough time with him.
Yes, I know.
Valentino's been acting as go-between, but he made the contact first.
And you set it up?
I encouraged it.
Do you mind if I ask why?
So that you can put a stop to it.
This is very irregular, sir.
You've checked my credentials?
Yes, sir.
You're satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, this has to be done informally and without paperwork.
It should go through channels, sir.
Not this sort of mission, Colonel.
In which case, you'll have to accept the responsibility with Washington.
Don't worry, I will. Now, are you quite clear about all this?
Yes, sir. You will arrive at the base with a man whose identity is classified. There will be 2 places for you on the military courier plane that leaves at 2000 hours.
And that's all. Just add 2 passengers to the courier.
But orders should be cut. It really should go on the manifest.
Now, you know who I am, Colonel. This is top secret.
You'll have to let me have it in writing.
Of course. Thank you, Colonel.
It's all set then?
Yes.
No second thoughts?
Well, you know what'll happen if they catch us.
Look, he'll be in Washington before they know what's happened. You follow immediately.
I'm a bit frightened.
Well, don't be. I'm an expert in this kind of thing. It's all arranged, and remember, nobody must know except you and him. Not the British, not my embassy, nobody.
I was wired for sound.
Well, so you've got all the proof. Why don't you make an official protest? You could cause an international incident over this.
Of course, but at this time we do not wish to make capital out of this. It could be embarrassing for everyone. Your people, my people, the Americans. Potter is acting on his own. We've given him enough rope. He'll hang himself.
Can you tell me what arrangements you've made with him?
Potter is to pick up Anatoly tomorrow at 4 p.m. He takes him to an airbase near London and then flies him straight to Washington.
I see. Well, if you excuse me, I've got some official calls to make.
Of course, Mr. Jordan.
Swift. Oh, Colonel. Yes, it is late. Classified? No, Colonel, you You carry on exactly as instructed. That's right, exactly as instructed. Thank you for calling.
Say, Lester, you're working late.
Oh, just catching up on some paperwork, Ed?
You haven't seen my briefcase anywhere, have you?
No, did you leave it in here?
Well, I guess maybe I left it down in Harry's office. Oh, yeah, by the way, that special branch man you mentioned, Jordan.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, he sure gets around.
Didn't know you two had met.
Well, we haven't, but he is a busy bee.
Oh?
He is actually having dinner tonight with Comrade Golovin and spouse.
How'd you know that, Ed?
I don't waste my time, Lester.
Operator, I want to make a classified call on this extension. I'd like Washington, make it priority 1.
Hello?
Jordan,
Yes, sir?
I want you to get down to my office right away.
It's only 7:20.
I know that. I've been here since 7.
Well, what's the panic?
I'll tell you when you get here.
Oh, dear.
We're going to get our fingers burned if we're not careful.
The situation is delicate.
KGB and CIA playing funny games, and we're just pig in the middle.
My people think differently.
All right. All right. How do you want Special Branch to go about this?
With its accustomed finesse and ingenuity.
Oh, hell of a witty. Yes, come in.
I came as quickly as I could.
Good. We've had confirmation of your report. My phone hasn't stopped since 4 this morning. It seems that Washington has made up its mind. They've been on to Swift, Swift has been on to Moxon, and here we all
Good morning,
are.
Jordan. I hope you had a pleasant evening in Hampstead.
Yes, very. I don't suppose we could send for a cup of coffee. I haven't had breakfast, anything.
The Guild does not come on until 9 a.m.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I'll survive till then.
I'm so glad. Let me be quite frank. Potter's got to go. He's as much an embarrassment to us as he is to them, almost.
And we've to do the dirty work.
The point is, it could be quite a nasty incident, and we get the blame because it happened here, so it's in our interest to prevent it.
Yes, I'm just not sure what our jurisdiction is.
You're being legalistic, Chief.
Yes, it's my job. We can't all bend the rules like you.
She gave you time and place, John.
Oh, yes, everything.
I think I can leave the operational details to you people.
You people.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Moxon. Come on, let's see how we're going to go about it.
Golovin can't make it. So I've come instead.
Who the hell are you?
Detective Chief Inspector Jordan, Special Branch.
So what's the trouble, Inspector?
No trouble, it's just that we don't like international incidents on British soil.
I don't get you.
This isn't Vienna. It's not a good place to try and subvert diplomats.
I'm waiting here for a friend.
Well, I'm afraid he's not going to show.
So what's your problem?
No problem, it's just that we'd like to have a few words with you.
I'm in no mood for words.
I have a car waiting downstairs.
Go to hell.
That is quite possible.
Mr. Potter, you know who I am.
Yeah, look, I told your boy here where he can go.
I see, sir. Would you mind coming with me?
Are you arresting me?
Not at all, sir.
Then you know what you can do.
I'm just asking you to assist us.
I have embassy status.
Yes, I do understand that.
So?
Nevertheless, there are certain matters that I could insist on the Foreign Office taking up with your embassy.
What certain matters are they, Chief Superintendent?
False driving license, no valid insurance, hiring a car under a false name, refusing your particulars to a police officer, causing a police officer actual bodily harm. I think we could work something out of that knot, don't you?
Very bad publicity, sir.
Mr. Potter?
I want to talk to my superiors.
Of course, Mr. Potter. They're waiting to talk to you.
You seem to have got yourself into a bit of a mess, Ed.
Gentlemen, I'm sure this can be dealt with quite simply. No charges, no fuss, no publicity.
That's very good of you, Mr. Moxon.
No problem. Correct, Chief Superintendent?
Well, I haven't made a report yet.
There you are.
Ed, I think there's a courier plane leaving around 2000 hours. Perhaps it's best if you're on it.
This is totally irregular.
The whole thing is. Don't worry, I'll be on the wire to Washington.
I bet you will.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Potter. You're free to go now.
So this is how you play the game. I'll know the rules next time.
I'm sure you will.
It's me.
Well, won't you come inside?
You sure I'm not disturbing you?
No, not at all. Please come inside.
As a matter of fact, I just came in to say thank you.
What for?
Well, the Americans are very pleased, it seems. You know, Potter had to. I mean, he wasn't...
Would you like to sit down, sir?
No, thanks. I won't wait. No. I'll tell you what, I just wondered if you were doing anything tonight.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
No, really.
I've just made the coffee.
Well, if you're sure. I mean, if it's in the pot.
Yes, it is. I'll get a cup.
Yeah. You remember I don't take sugar.
Yes, I know.
That's your phone.
Yeah, I wonder, would you answer it for me?
Surely.
Thank you.
This is... yes, it is, but it's not, if you see what I mean. No, I'm just a friend. Well, I mean... Yes. I'll tell him. I see. Yes, I'll do that. Hold on. Jordan, it's your cousin Linda. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. Yes. Do you take milk?
Just a little. Thank you. He's just coming. Just hold on. Yeah. You take that.
Hello, Linda. Oh, that's sweet of you. I'm fine. Have a good flight. It's been very nice seeing you, too. Goodbye.
Hey, I'll tell you what's in my mind. My wife's up in Scotland at the moment seeing her mother, and are you eating anywhere tonight?
Well, I was just going to have some cold chicken.
Oh, well, in that case, I won't.
No, really, I can put it
really.
back in the fridge.
Oh, well, I don't want to.
I'd like to come out.
You sure?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Well, we'll do that.
Fine.
And by the way, it's on me.
Oh, thank you.
You know the Golovins flew back tonight?
Yes, I had heard about that.
Yes. By the way, I didn't know you had a cousin, Linda.
Didn't you, sir?